Hi, and welcome to the... which number game is this, Romy? 167. So this is the Under-19 Women quarterfinals. We've got Australia versus Great Britain. Now, how do you think both teams are going to fare today, Romy?
We've got Australia sitting in third place here with the Great British girls sitting in sixth. But standings aside, Elise, I think this game could go either way.
We have seen a fair bit of that in the comp, haven't we? Where we had teams that we've expected to be quite dominant in the pool really just taking it the other way and not doing as well as they could have. So
yeah, and if you were watching this last game over here in Court 2, we just saw Australian under-19 men take down the Colombians 2-1.
Yeah, fantastic.
Known fondly by us as Wombat.
Yeah, good on you.
Last goal in the last 10 seconds of that game.
I know, very nail-bitey game that one, but I'm really glad the boys pulled it out of their pockets. I'm sure they'll be very happy with that win. But yeah, we've got a minute 30 to go. Both teams warming up in the pools. Probably a bit of nerves going on here, as we said, it can really go any way with these kind of games. A lot is on the line here, but hopefully both teams can stay calm under pressure and perform really well.
Yeah, I'll just run us through the GB girls here. We've got Lorna Dixon, Nia Matthews, Rachel Davies, Emily McEwen, Cara Gaskell, Chloe Edwards, Vicky Crawford, Abby Calvert, Becky Northover, Rosie and Pearl Winter, and Daisy Wright. And those tail end girls, at least, I've seen in the bench a number of times.
Which girls, sorry?
Rosie and Pearl and Daisy all spending a number of minutes in the bench there.
Yeah, they're having a few kickouts with the GB girls, but you know, it is very easy to get quite frustrated and angry, especially in a game like the one we had today, where there is quite a lot on the line. And for the Australians, we've got number 1 Samantha Blackham, 3 Ella Croft, 4 Natalie Irondale, 5 Emma Horak, 6 Maddie Laurie, 7 Lily Ladd McGovern, 8 Jessica Cowan, 9 Gabrielle Larson, 10 Caitlin Parr, 11 Annika Keel, 12 Maggie Biffin, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not she stays in the pool today.
Yeah, Maggie's being a bit cheeky this tournament.
Yeah.
Sin bin a number of times. What do you think the punishment for that might be, Elise?
Oh, surely some fines. And 13, Katarina Alway. Now, with 13 seconds to go, we can definitely hear the crowd cheering on both the Australians and the GB girls. 7 seconds to go, both teams very tight in the wall. Let's see who gets the puck first. Now, a strong start from both teams with the Australians look like fast on the puck. That their strike, Natalie Irondale, very, very quick underwater. It seems very heavily contested under there with, bit of a breakaway from Australia we've got.
Yeah, strong start from the Australian girls. It looks like it's coming down the corridor and they're keeping it well in the centre of the pool. That's exactly what you'd like to see from the Australians. They like to play their open hockey. The British will be hoping to shut that down by taking it to the walls. And it looks like they've done just that as the British clear it from their goal tray and push it out to the walls.
The Australians do tend to play a bit of a wall game, but I know this year they have tried to do more of an up-the-guts kind of approach. So it'll be interesting to see how that's worked out for them. It's played quite well. It's played quite well in their advantage for the moment, but we'll see how the GB girls respond. Both teams, though, not making a whole lot of movement on the wall, looks like. So really, at this point in the game, it could go either way.
Yeah, a bit disappointing, though, to see from the Australians. Very boring drink spin they've got there. Just a yellow tank. At least this one hasn't been stolen, though.
Yeah. I know some of the other ones we've seen from the other teams have been really quite interesting, haven't they?
Yeah, we've got Eric the Elephant in for the British girls. He suffered a bit of an injury this tournament.
Oh, look, the casualties, you know. I'm sure Dr. Sandra can have a look at him and see what she can do.
On his snorkel over there. And the British doing a nice strong drive, but well contained in the corner by the Australians. We'll see if the British can bring it out and around and put in the tray.
They are very good at swinging it back and swishing as well, the GB girls. So hopefully they can keep up the intensity that they have so far and really put the pressure on the Australians.
A little bit of hugging there from the Australians. And nice to see they're extending warm welcomes to the British. Unfortunately, the refs aren't too fond of that.
Yeah, the refs don't like the interaction between the two teams, so... Now, with both teams got quite a few numbers on the bottom, the Australians trying to push the puck out to the corners and keep it in their defensive half. But it looks like the GB girls are just got that really nice drive on the Australians.
And looking out the window here, I can see the Australians cycling very nicely through their three-way rotation in the back line.
The backs do love a good three-way, so rotation. Three-way rotation.
Yeah, keeping in mind these girls are, many of them under 19.
Oh.
Hopefully behaving very nicely at presentation night, just a few days away. Nothing wrong with having a bit of fun, though.
Oh, we have fun, don't we, Romy? Oh, we have fun.
We have fun. And getting back to the game now, still contained on that back wall there by the Australians. Hoping to see a bit of a breakaway. Elise, who might we expect to put the first goal in from the Australians?
Well, hopefully, number 7, Lilad McGovern. She has had fantastic comp this one here. It's an extremely fast little Western Australian player. So I'd love to see her get a goal.
And Elise, Lily's got a bit of bling on her hand that you might have helped her out with a bit. Can you tell us more about that?
I did. So I gave her my hand. My hand.
Elise gave Lily her hand in the tournament by giving her a hand brace. She's suffered a
Hand
bit
brace.
of muscle damage to her right thumb. Makes it very hard to hold the stick there.
Anyway, now back to the hockey. We've got the puck going very back and forth between both the teams, with neither team really playing a possessive game. Both teams, though, very strong in the wall, and we're seeing lovely support from both the Australians and the GBs. The GBs, though, great double teaming on the Australians and getting a bit of a breakaway, but it looks like the refs have seen something they're not happy with, and we have a chopping call against the Australians, looks like. So hopefully the GB girls will be able to capitalise on this and get a goal.
That clear wall there just taking a brutal beating from the GB girls' Finns. And looking at the Finns, we're seeing a bit of a
Ooh, big flick there.
big domination of the Nage Finns from the GB girls. An excellent Finn. They are sponsoring this tournament. Nice for the short bursts and the strong drives up the wall that the GB girls are so fond of.
Yeah, so the Nages would really help out. Now we have the GBs making a bit of a 45 towards the Australian goals, but it looks like the Australian backline is just not going to let them in. So we're seeing lots of double teaming on the wall here. So great defensive work by the Australians.
Yeah, just impenetrable there, the Australian backline. Not letting the GB penetrate their three-way rotation at all.
Really
as they just hold it in the corner.
I'm about to find you, Romy.
And number 3 there, Ella Croft, a new addition to the Worlds team. She did play the Trans-Tasman last year.
She did play Trans-Tasman. This is her first Worlds, but she is a fantastic little player, extremely strong, and once she gets a drive on, it's very, very hard to catch her or stop her. So a very valuable player, that one there.
Wonderful family as well. She hosted me for a training camp a year ago, and just such a supportive family. And we see that a lot in Australian hockey. So many families contributing. And we've seen it on our GoFundMe page as well, if we could. I think it might be broken on this screen, but if you've got a few dollars to spare, if you could throw them into the GoFundMe page.
Now, we have a bit of a refs timeout at the moment. So obviously we've seen some refs are a bit confused about what's the call that's been made. It looks like it might be against the GB girls for chopping, but always good to give these refs a bit of a break. They do so much work, so fantastic opportunity for the breather for both teams. Now we do have a call against the GB girls for obstruction and a 1-minute kick out, looks like. It has, so we've got a 1-minute kick out for number 9, it looks like. Oh, let's have a look.
Yep, number 9 for the British there, spending a minute on the bench.
So number 9, Abby Calvert. So the team won't be that happy with that, and hopefully the Australians can make the most of the situation and capitalise by hopefully sinking that goal or sinking that puck into the goal tray. Now the Australians making a lovely 45 drive, going straight up the guts to that goal tray, but the GB defence just not letting them in.
I wouldn't be surprised now if those British girls see their lonely mate on the bench over there and wonder if they might like to join her. In the past games we've seen from the British girls, they've suffered a number of kickouts, and they've certainly affected them. As we see now, the Australians driving.
Ooh.
And a wonderful flick into the tray there.
Lovely goal but there by the Australians. Right on the lip. Looks like it was
number 9 there for Australia.
Number 9, Gabrielle Larson. Well done, Gabby.
Yeah, and
fantastic
Gabby,
work.
again, another new addition to this team. She's a girl out of
one of the younger
Hobart.
players, but a fantastic little player. Very, very quick. So she's an ex-swimmer, I believe. So did a whole lot of national swimming competitions. So extremely fit as Chris Cleaver likes them.
Wonderful rower as well. Gabby doing quite well
Does
at
she
the.
row?
Yeah, she does. She did very well in the under-17 girls. Double skull at the national championships this year.
Fantastic swerving there by the strike. Natalie Irondale, it looks like. And the Australians really making a lot of ground straight off the strike, which is fantastic work. Fantastic to see from them. The GB girls, though, keeping up their defence and just pressuring the Australians onto the wall. The Australians are holding it tight, but it looks like They might have got a bit of a run on and are very, very close to the goal tray.
Very questionable decisions there from the British, trying to bring it up through the guts of the pool.
Lovely goal though by the Australians, so great to see her just swimming it in and not flicking it.
And well earned there by the Australians. The British just caught on the back foot, as I was saying. They should have been looking for their outer corridors or even just to clear it along the back wall instead of, again, trying to just bring it into the centre of the pool. It's not working for them at all. That is where the Australians are the strongest.
Hopefully this pressure on the GB girls, though, or they can respond well to the pressure that's been placed on them by the Australians, and hopefully make a comeback from this. Now that goal was number 8, Jess Cowan. So it is her first Worlds. So again, one of the less experienced players, but again, another swimmer. So
another
very,
champion
very strong.
swimmer. Good to have her switching over to hockey, though.
A little bit dirty every now and again, so she does barge a fair
She
bit.
has been warming our sin bin quite a lot. I
has.
wonder how many fines she's racked up for this
I
tournament.
believe she's on a 4-day streak, so well done, Jess. Doing
Yeah,
very
hopefully
well.
we won't see a repeat of that this
Hopefully
game.
we won't. Now the Australian girls making a fantastic drive again up the centre of the pool. The GBs though trying to get the pressure on, but it looks like the Australians are just dominating. Great control of the puck there, and again another quick goal from the Australians.
Yeah, the British, again, seem to be caught sleeping. Just one defender trying to stop 2 Australian forwards going straight into the goals and failing to get the steal. Again, trying to bring it through the centre. I'm really not sure what they're trying to achieve there. It's just not working for them.
Could be a bit of a time zone thing with the GB girls, maybe. Bit tired?
Oh, if they're getting jet lagged this late into the tournament, I wonder what they're doing all night. Maybe they're just practicing their dance routine.
The Tinder has been unbelievable, so could be
Again,
that.
reminding you many of these girls are under 18, our under 19 representatives.
Now, with 38 seconds to go into the first half of the game, the Australians are 3 up to the Great British girls, but hopefully the GB can make a bit of a comeback and score in the second half.
Yeah, that's actually
Or in the
timeout
next 26
called.
seconds. Is it done?
I think by the British there, we've still got another 6.5 minutes left of this first half.
Thank you, Romy.
It might have even been called by the Australian there. Chris Wenman talking quite calmly to his girls. They're looking a little bit puffed. They've been playing an excellent game so far, really sticking to their gameplay.
Interesting game plan though this year from Chris Wenman to his girls. So he
Without
has
revealing too many Australian secrets, of course, Elise.
we're almost comp's almost over. It's all right.
Yeah, and if we do see Australia advance in this game, they will play the second place team tomorrow for a position in the finals.
I
And
believe that's South Africa.
yeah, and win or lose, they will be in medal contention. If they beat the South Africans, they'll play for a gold medal, and if they lose, they'll play for bronze the following day.
Either way, though, a fantastic comp from the Australian girls. Now we see a really big drive towards centre from, it looks like, Jessica Cowan. They're really strong on the centre, the Australian girls. Great big flicks. On the lip of the goal tray, it looks like it's gone in.
And just carving through the British defence there. Again, catching them with just one girl on the bottom of the pool. Unfortunately, it's just impossible to defend against an onslaught of Australian players when there's only one of you and 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, definitely would recommend for the GB girls to probably get more numbers on the bottom in future games, because it is very, very hard when there is only fewer numbers on the bottom, so 2 or 3 against an entire team that are really driving it into the goal tray.
And the Australians looking to move the scoring around. That's Emma Horak, number 5 for Australia, scoring that one. I haven't seen the double up at all yet, Elise.
No, this is her second Worlds though, so fantastic work by Emma Horak. She is a very experienced player and very good under pressure, so hopefully hopefully she can keep that intensity up for the rest of the game.
No pressure as of yet for the Australians, so a wobbly start, but they've come back beautifully to put 4 goals in the tray, and the British unable to break that egg open and put a goal on the scoreboard.
We do have a bit of ground here made by the Great British girls, but the Australians are very strong on the wall, so I don't know if they'll be able to capitalise on this, unfortunately. Both teams, though, lots of numbers down on the bottom, which is fantastic to see.
The British unable to find any space, really. The Australians aren't dominating.
We do have a bit of a 45 drive, it looks like, by the GB girls, but the Australians, again, holding it really, really tight in that corner, and this is their defensive corner, so they are very, very strong. And as we know, it's very hard to get a goal when you're stuck in that corner. The British girls are putting the pressure on, but it looks like the Australians aren't going to give them an inch. And just really holding in that corner, killing time probably for this first half.
They're cycling very beautifully through the Australian defence. You can see how strong they are as they clear it out from away from their train. A strong drive up the centre.
Wow, fantastic drive there by, it looks like Natalie Irondale. And it looks like she's doing...
Looks like Jess to me.
Is it Jess?
That's number 5, Emma Horak.
That's number 5, Emma Horak. Fantastic work, Emma. So, yeah, beautiful drive and a huge swim by Emma Horak, basically from our goal tray to theirs.
Yeah, and she'll be a bit tired now. I hope she's taking a sub.
Yeah, probably having a sub, but I'm sure both coaches, Chris Wenman and Chris Cleaver, will be very, very happy with Emma's work today. Now, it looks like Lily Ladd-McGovern, number 7, might be having some troubles with her hand, so hopefully she can recover a bit and get back into play sooner or later. But fantastic work there by Emma Horak. The Australians, again, very fast and very strong to the puck.
This is one of the best games I've seen these girls playing, actually. They just seem to be swamping the British no matter where they go. The British unable to make play for very long before the puck is snatched back by the Australians.
Yeah, both great intensity and control from the puck as well. So the Australians not really giving it to the Great British girls at all. So,
and they've been so calm in defence as well. It hasn't at any point felt like the British are going to put a goal in. The Australian backline should really be commended for their composure on the back foot.
The GB, both back and forward line should also be very highly committed as well, though, with them putting the pressure on the Australians, both in the attack and defence. So just numbers in the bottom, I think, is something they definitely need to work on.
Had another timeout called, and you can see Eric the elephant there holding the British girls' drink bottles. Certainly,
it is a lot nicer than
they may not be
the
winning
washing
this
bucket.
match, but they're definitely winning the drink bottle holder competition.
No, biased commentators. Look, maybe Ellie Shirley, maybe.
Oh.
So Robbie and I are both Australian, as you probably noticed.
Yeah,
but
at least having played on this team a number of times.
We just couldn't find a GB girl, unfortunately.
Yeah, tragic. They just all seemed to disappear right as we launched into this game. And
much like their backline.
Ooh. And unfortunately, you had to put up with Elise and I for the first half of this game.
Oh, that was kind of... They are doing it. They are playing really well, though, the Great British girls. And hopefully they can keep up their intensity and score within the second half or within the next 2 minutes 40. That'd be great.
It'd be excellent to see the British scoring. Unfortunately, again, choosing to cut into the centre, unable to find her teammates there.
The Australians, though, just not really giving the Great British girls the opportunity. So a very, they're just not giving to them at all, are they?
Yeah.
Possession-wise.
Beautiful passes back to bat, and you can see the confidence the Australians have in their teammates. They can just flick without even looking, knowing their teammate will be down to support them.
Yeah, they haven't played together a lot, unfortunately. So with the Australians only being able to have 2 training camps throughout the year, maybe 3, 2 or 3. But they have gelled really well this competition, so it's fantastic to see them do so well.
That's some of the best play I've seen so far from the British there. Good numbers, good support from their teammates. Unfortunately stolen back by the Australians. But well shut down by the British. Lots of numbers on the bottom there to stop that girl from swimming away with it. See,
now in the last portion of the first half we can really see GB pick up the intensity a bit with lots of numbers on the bottom. It's great to see them so committed. Now GB driving it into their defensive corner and possibly just holding it there for the next minute and a half, not enabling Australians to score.
And Mohammed, I see your comment on the live chat, and you know what? I'll take you up on that. I'll be cheering for the GB girls.
Someone has to cheer
for the
GB.
Rest of the game. I won't say another positive word about the Australians.
Only negative things from the Australians from now on. They're playing really, really poorly.
Well, you know what? A bit of criticism never hurts.
It's constructive, so it's fine. Now we do see a big flick there from the Australians, but the GBs again shutting it down.
A beautiful intercept there by the British girls. And lots of numbers swamping that Australian girl. Wonderful driving to the wall just where she wants it.
And we see a bit of a blind flick there, and the Australians picking it up, unfortunately, for the GBs. But again, the GBs have intercepted that Australian double teaming, and she is making a fair bit of ground towards the Australian goal tray.
Yeah, it looks like all the British might have needed is a bit of support in the commentary box. Unfortunately, we've had a Perhaps against the Australians here, the dirty Aussies.
Dirty Aussies. So dirty.
Didn't quite catch what it was for.
I'm gonna go obstruction because that's the usual call against the Australians. So both teams lots of numbers on the bottom, which is fantastic to see. But the GBs hopefully being able to get a goal in the next 13 seconds.
Yeah, come on, GB. Good to see lots of numbers on the bottom. Unfortunately, stolen away by the Australian. Hopefully, the British girl can push her off the puck and take it back towards the tray.
Now, lots of numbers on the bottom, but I don't think the Great British Girls are going to do it this half, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Aussies saved by the bell there. I'm quite confident a little bit more time and the British definitely would have sunk that puck in.
Yeah, they just need a bit more time, like another minute or so, and they probably would have got a goal. Now, we do have the next 2 minutes and 47 seconds all to ourselves.
An excellent opportunity to plug the sponsors, Elise.
Excellent opportunity to plug the sponsors. You are so right. So, as of today, we have streamed 200... Wait. How many minutes? 623,938 minutes, which is the equivalent of 1 year and 68 days. Is that? Hold on. That stat's not right, is it?
I have no idea. That's the
Nope,
stat we've got. That's the stat we're going to go with.
Stat's a stat. So we also have 76,273 views, 16% of which are from the Colombians, 16% from the Australian side, 16% from the Argentinians, 14% from the New Zealanders, and 11% from Great Britain.
Yeah, good to see the British up there supporting their girls. I know a lot of these games have been running at rather impossible times for the British to work with. So to see so many of them watching the games is very impressive. I'm sure the girls really appreciate your support back home.
Also, 5,442 comments, all of which are on today's game. So good work, guys. Well done.
Yeah, I've seen
Fantastic
some wonderful comments directed at the commentators.
Yeah, look, constructive criticism. We'll take what we can get. 1,452 subscribers as well. So fantastic work, guys. Keep it up. Please like and subscribe.
Had a number of donations as well to the support of underwater hockey for the juniors. Unfortunately, we can't pull up our banner here. We're working to fix that at the moment. But if you go to www.gofundme.com/Hobart2017,
Hobart 2017,
I think.
Yep.
We'd
Yep,
really appreciate if you have a few dollars here, if you've enjoyed the commentary. It won't go to us, of course. We're all unpaid. We're just here because we love the sport. But
oh, we love you too, Belinda.
oh, Belinda, just beautiful.
I mean, I think it was directed at the girls, but we'll take it.
Oh, we've got Rain commenting as well.
Oh, good on you.
She's the mother of Lily, who we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, she's played a really good game this this tournament, hasn't she?
She has. She's a bit of a superstar, such a pocket rocket. Reminds me a little of Josh McKenzie in the under-23
I thought you were going to say myself.
Reminds me a little, well, Josh McKenzie as well. Such a stellar player, exactly like me.
Oh, now we do have a GB girl out. So number 11. That's it. Did we miss that?
Yeah, I'm sure she was...
I think she was kicked out in the last couple of seconds, so we probably did miss that one.
I
sorry,
reckon
guys.
One of the Aussies probably fouled her and she copped the blame for that. I can't imagine the British would have done anything themselves, as they are the team I will be supporting for the rest of the game. And it is Rosie Winter on the bench, and I did mention she... Look, she might have been warming the bench a little in these past games. I did interview her after a game. She seems like a wonderful girl. I can't imagine she did anything dirty at all, Elise.
No, never. The GB girls are very sweet, so surely they wouldn't. No, it's all on the Australians.
Forward to partying with them in a few days' time.
Yeah, it's So what are you going as?
Well, at least it's a surprise, and I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise.
I mean, you could. It'd be pretty funny on live commentary. You have been shamazing.
Shamazing.
I haven't heard
What do
that
you
one
suppose
before.
shamazing is?
Super amazing.
No, but the sh. There's only one word I can think of.
Oh, we're not allowed to say that.
No, and I don't think you'd couple that with amazing.
You could.
Shiny, amazing.
Just really oily.
Surprisingly amazing.
Surprisingly amazing. But like surprisingly amazing. Don't know if that works, Rom.
Sheep amazing?
I haven't brushed my...
Maybe from a Kiwi I'd expect that, but not from the British.
Well, thank you, Nathan Archer. Well done. Now, we've got a strong start here from both the GB and the Australian girls, but it looks like the Australians, again, very fast at the puck, playing a very possessive game this in the second half. Now, the Australians making a bit of a drive, but the GB girls pressuring them onto the walls. The Australians, though, very, very strong on the drive, and we're seeing some great double teaming down there, and some lovely numbers on the bottom as well, which is why they're being able to make such ground on the GB girls.
Excellent start from Australia. I'm confident the British will hold this out, though.
Now, we do have a great British defence, huge, or basically the whole team down there, but it looks like the Australians bashing it in.
Yeah, if anyone has any idea what shamazing could mean, please let us know.
Please let us know in the comments. I'm going to Google it afterwards, but well done there from number 5, Emma Horak.
Yeah,
fantastic
Mohammed,
work.
I've seen you commenting on a few of the games I've been streaming. Can you tell us where you're from
number
and
4.
what your
Sorry,
involvement in
Nat.
the sport is?
Sorry, Emma, but fantastic work, Nat.
Yeah, goal there for
Natalie
Captain Nat.
and
She'll be very pleased with
Captain
that.
Nat.
And
You know-
Maggie Biffin managing to keep herself out of the hot seat in the
I
sin
know,
bin so
it's
far.
been a whole half and a bit more, so she's really done a fantastic job, hasn't she?
Jess Cowan as well. She won't want to lose her streak there. Perhaps she'll do something dirty deliberately just to make sure she gets
Just to
a
make sure
bum
she
on
gets
the
the
bench
streak,
at some
yeah.
point.
Now, we did see the GB girls a little bit faster on the puck than the Australians, so possibly Nat taking a bit of a rest, giving the GB girls every opportunity they can. But it looks like the Australians, again, just putting the pressure on and not giving the Great British girls an inch, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the Australians don't want to let up here. I'm confident the British will leap on any opportunity they're given here to sink one in the tray. They don't want to have that just 0 hovering on the scoreboard. They want to put a number on there.
No, especially in a quarterfinal. So the Australians are 6 goals up, but hopefully the Great British girls can get a goal in the next 12 minutes and 58 seconds.
Hey, Colin, I see you there.
Shiny
it's
and amazing.
Romy and Elise sitting in the commentary box. Shiny and amazing is shamazing. Thanks, Mohammed.
I do need to my skin's a bit oily at the moment, so could be that. My hair too, just things aren't going that well. But thanks, guys. Or maybe shiny is like shining personalities.
Maybe. We saw
Maybe.
from the Colombians earlier in the under-23 women's game, they had some very shiny fins. Nat Wickham referring to it as fin candy, I believe.
I really want to get myself a pair. How cool are they?
They were very
A
cool.
bit distracting underwater, but so are the Colombians in general.
Yeah,
so
I spoke to some of the Australian girls afterwards and just asked them if they had any visual impairments from those flashy fins just flickering everywhere. According to Claudia, they were all right, so maybe we'll see a few more of those in the pool.
Now, we do have the Australians being pushed into that defensive corner by the Great British girls, so great intensity by them. Lots of numbers on the... Oh, wait.
No, we've switched sides,
Oh,
Elise.
never
We've
mind.
had half time.
Never mind. So the Australians making a big drive towards the goal tray.
But
Now
on
we
the
do
back
have a
foot now.
gloving foul against the Australians. Number 13, it looks like, specifically. So who is that? Katarina Alloway?
I'm actually going to call Maggie
Almond.
Biffin on that one.
I reckon it'd be Maggie Biffin as well, but
Good opportunity here for the British to clear it out of their goals.
now lots of numbers on the bottom from both teams, which is fantastic to see. With the Great British girls, it looks like, might just stand up for this one here, making a bit of a drive.
Looks like the British might only have 3 in the bench there, Elise.
Oh, do they have wait, how many's on their team?
No, they've got 12 girls listed here.
Oh.
Where's she gone? She's not in the bin, is she?
No, I
Got a
think.
player missing out here by the looks of things.
Oh, hold on. Is she just behind?
Oh no, she's just sitting under the water there.
Sitting under the water. That could almost be called up for a
Yeah, she'll want to watch
subbing
that.
foul.
Just
yeah.
make sure the deck
GB
ref
girls
doesn't pull her
definitely
up.
wanting to keep an eye on both teams. We have seen a bit of subbing fouls. So when a player goes underwater, it's usually called up. But now we do have some interesting positioning there from the ref.
That referee just
Some
throwing
great
himself
great
onto the side of the
commitment
pool.
we're seeing from the referees, which is really fantastic to see at a Worlds competition. Now we do have a call from all 3 refs, and it looks like they're going to call that one as a clean goal. So another one for the Australians. So fantastic work by them. And
Yeah, the refs down here in Hobart putting their heart and their bodies on the line here for this sport.
oh, blood, sweat, and tears. It's really fantastic commitment to see, isn't it, Romy?
Yes.
Do you reckon?
Why even ask the question, Elise? Of course it is.
Yeah. Very good point. Now, that goal there was number 13, Katarina Alway. So fantastic work by Katarina. Now, the Australians again playing a very possessive game and making that drive up the middle of the pool. Again, just not giving it to the GB girls at all, really, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the British strategy will be going forward from here. Obviously, as the best team in the pool, they will be wanting to raise their score a little bit more, but certainly they want to minimise the casualty done by the Australians. Great clearance, but unfortunately pulled up by the referees.
Yeah, fantastic clearance by the GB backline, but it looks like we're going to call it a penalty goal here.
Yeah, we'll have a penalty shot, a 2-on-1 called against the British.
I love these. These are always so much fun. So a 2-on-1 is where we have one Great British player against two Australians, usually a back and a forward, and the aim of the game here is basically just to drive it into the goal tray. So it'll be interesting to see how it looks like number 10 there from the GB, Becky Northover, reacts to the immense pressure of a 2-on-1.
Looks like there's a bit of confusion out there.
Yeah, a bit of confusion between the buzzers here, it looks like, with Becky going down a little bit early.
No, Becky was spot on. I think it was the Australians
was
getting
Becky
confused there.
Oh. Well, she's just really ready to get down there.
Yeah, I'm quite confident. Although Becky's on the back foot here with just one of her and two Australians, I'm sure she'll do her best to clear it out.
Now, we are seeing great clearance from Becky, but it looks like the Australians... Ooh. No, I think she's going to clear it out. Yeah, no, she's cleared it. So Becky has forced or put immense pressure on the Australians and driven that one out, with no goal being awarded to the Australians.
And the British girls on the sub-bench just absolutely losing their minds
they're going
as their teammate clears that puck. Sensational work there from Becky.
It is 2-on-1s are very hard to clear, so well done to Becky for not cracking, as I know you and I probably would.
I cannot heap any higher praise onto her for that. That is just so impressive from Becky.
Yeah, we're seeing high fives all around from the GB girls and lots of hugs, which is fantastic to see. Hold it out, girls. They did hold it out, Ella Shirley. They did. Go, Becky. Yes.
Yeah, well, now hopefully we'll see Becky put one in the tray for the British girls.
Come on, Becky.
Strong driving from the British there. Cutting through the Australians.
Yeah,
and we're
might
going
be a
to the wall
bit
now.
fired up from that fantastic 2-on-1 between Becky and the two Australians, but it looks like the Australians forced onto the walls, which is not exactly where they're strongest. So hopefully the GB girls will be able to capitalise up on that one there.
Yeah, sometimes what we see with teams is after being set on the back foot or having something amazing happen like a 2-on-1 defender, you just see the entire team lift. They've just been given so much more heart from the endeavours of their teammates.
Yeah, hopefully the 2-on-1 can give the GB girls a bit more confidence in the water, and they can get more numbers in the bottom and hopefully score a goal within the next 8 minutes and 16 seconds.
I'm confident if the British can score a goal now, they will go into their next game, which I believe might be later today, feeling so much better about themselves, so much instilled confidence that they can definitely score against teams like Australia, who've definitely dominated this tournament.
It is, and Australia is being quite dominant in the water, but GB responding quite well under the pressure, so not giving it too easily to the Australians, so definitely making them work for it a bit.
We've got Ellie on the live chat saying, "Yas, Becky."
She did do an amazing job. Very, very proud of Becky. Well done. Love to give her a pat in the back in the post-game interviews.
Would love to go grab her after this actually and just ask
for an
her
autograph, all of the above really.
Yeah, she's my new hockey hero.
I think mine's still Helen, but
yeah, Helen from South Africa.
Helen from South Africa. Yeah, she knows though. I've told her many a time. Now the Australians are forced into that. Oh wait. No, hold on a minute. Which side are we on?
Yeah, the Australians forced on the back foot here. Great driving from the British. We'll see how the Australians clear it out. It is a bit hard for us to see in here. We can only see what you're seeing.
Yeah, no, it looks like from just standing up here that the GBs have made a bit of ground on the Australians. So definitely in the Australian, a defensive third of the pool. Now, refs have pulled out something they see something they're not exactly happy with. It might be a kick out. Oh no, it's against the Great British Girls from barging, it looks like. Oh, nope, gloving. Never mind. Gloving.
Seen a
so similar.
Clean game here from the Australians. I think Maggie and Jess might be starting to feel a bit worried that they won't get their time on the chairs there.
I know, they do like their time on the chairs, don't they? So I mean, they do have 6 minutes and 33 seconds, which I know there's more than enough time for both Jess and Maggie to foul. So hopefully they can rest their legs a bit, have a bit of a sit down. Now we're seeing great control here from GB, and not really giving it to the Australian girls at all. So great possession from the girls, but the Australian defence, it looks like, just stealing it off them and driving out to the walls, with some fantastic double teaming on the single GB girl.
Yeah, well contained there by the Australians. With no support, if the British girl had pulled through there, she definitely would have been on the back foot. But good confidence as she switches the puck across the pool onto the other side. And we've just had a call now from the refs. We'll wait to see what they've got to say.
Oh, bless you. No, Becky.
Oh, Becky.
Oh, Becky. Becky, what have you done?
I think she might have just lost status as my hockey hero. At least.
Well, we'll have a lot to talk about post-game then, won't we?
Yeah, I mean, she's having a cracker game. Just can't seem to keep out of the action, old Becky.
Now, it looks like we're having a refs timeout.
No, that'll be a timeout called. I
Team timeout?
think by the Australians. I'm
Yeah,
not sure
looks
Chris
like
will be
it.
super impressed with their performance this half. They are leading 7-0, but the Australians have looked to have been on the back foot a number of times. Haven't controlled the puck the same way they did in the first half.
They have, so the British girls have really put the pressure on, and it has been in the Australian defensive half quite a bit of the game. So Chris won't be too happy with that, but overall he should be very happy with how the girls have played. They are up 7 goals, so they are doing very well this game.
Yeah,
It'd be great to see a goal from the GB girls, though.
Yeah,
They
and the
played-
Australians, despite leading the game, certainly want to have a good game under the belt leading into the semi-finals later today and tomorrow. If they don't finish this game well, they could really set themselves up for failure later on if they don't go in with a good attitude.
Oh, so much of it does come down to attitude and the pre-game intensity. So now we do have poor Becky out for 2 minutes, so it'll be interesting to see how the Australians respond and the GB girls to this newfound pressure.
Well, look, maybe Jess will be responding by joining her on the bench, making friends.
That's what all world's all about. Now we do have a goal by the Australians. Looks like number 5. So Emma Horak.
That's a third
That's
goal.
a
Hat-trick for
Is
Emma
it a
Horak.
hat-trick?
Not a hat-trick, but a third goal of the game.
I used to think it was called Patrick. I'm not kidding.
What happens when Patrick scores a hat-trick?
Patrick's hat-trick.
A Pat hat-trick.
Pat hat-trick. A hat-trick. Oh, we have fun. Now, fantastic work there from Emma Horak. She'll be very pleased with that, I'm sure. So at 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go, the Australians up 8-0, but hopefully the GB girls can respond well to this pressure and hopefully score. Now they're taking it wide to the walls. Again, lovely double teaming with lots of numbers in the bottom, but again, the Australians really having fantastic control and a big switch from the Australians, which we haven't seen a whole lot of this tournament, have we? The Australians playing a switchy kind of game.
They've been opening it up a lot more as the tournament progresses. They started off playing quite a wall-oriented game, but as they go along, it looks like they've decided that, no, the open game works better against the teams they're facing. Good curl there by the Australian girl.
Yeah, they've
Pass back to
definitely
her
found
teammate.
their own. Now I've got a lot of bodies on the bottom, but fantastic clearing by... is that Becky? Nope, that's number 2. The captain...
That'll be Lorna Dixon there.
Lorna Dixon. Fantastic
Excellent.
work, yeah. Becky's in the bin. Yep, you're right. Damn, Becky.
Yeah, she's looking a bit frustrated out there, poor Becky. I'm sure if she got in the pool now, she'd be able to go for a breakaway goal. And we have seen that from a number of men and women. They've spent a bit of time in the bench, and then all of a sudden they jump in and score a breakaway.
Classic Tom Milner kind of move, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we do have a bit of ground here made by the GB girls, so fantastic work underwater, double teaming, but the Australians again stealing it back, and big flicks from the Australians, with lots of numbers on the bottom, making a bit of a drive towards the goals. The GB girls, though, clearing it beautifully, but the Australians again just stealing it back off and recycling it back to their backs and their forwards, and great positioning there by the ref.
Interesting choice for the British to try and cut it up through the centre. I really do think they should be looking to clear it to the corner, but it seems to have paid off now. She goes for a swim,
huge
shut down by the
breakaway
Australian.
by the GB girls. Unfortunately shut down, but again, so we've got some fantastic double teaming, and she just made for a bit of blind flick there, but a fantastic ground that's been made by the GB girls.
Yeah, flick seemingly to no one. We've got a call up now from the ref. That Australian swooping in to take the steal. I almost wonder if the foul hadn't been called up, she would have been done for obstruction there.
Yeah. Jess.
She's getting pretty desperate now, Elise. There's only 2.5 minutes and she hasn't yet found those
we've
seats.
got some bin or some seats that need sitting in. So
Well, I'm wondering if she'll get fined for breaking the streak.
look, I reckon she will. She gets fined for being in the bin, fined for not being in the bin. She can't win. Now we're seeing some big goals there from the Australians, but the GB girls just driving it into that corner and just maybe holding it in there for the next 2 minutes.
Well, the British will be keen to avoid the Mariah Carey treatment. Stu Parker's decided that if a game exceeds 14-0, we'll be having a song played in the commentary box here. My Heart Will Go On graced our ears a few days ago. But the British certainly have avoided that fate this time round.
Now, really on the lip there by the Australian to the GBs, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a clean goal. Now we do have a gloving foul against
The Australians.
I don't know who it was, but I'm going to assume it was one of Maggie Biffin or Jessica Cowan because,
I've got a feeling they might both be on the bench.
Well,
I can see Jess sitting on the bench.
It was probably still them. They're just that good.
Maybe Jess has instructed some of the Australians to try and be as dirty as they can to make sure they get a kick out for this game. I'm not sure what Chris will be thinking. His girls are playing so cleanly for a change.
Oh, I know, they never do this. Now we do have both teams with full numbers in the water now, which is lovely to see. And fantastic support there from the crowd. So we're seeing quite a few Australians in the arena, as are the GBs. So fantastic support from all the friends and family.
Yeah, and Elise, the British have a certain song that people seem to either love or hate.
Yeah, it's a very it is.
It's a bit of an earworm. Once it gets in, it's just hard to shake.
I didn't like it initially, but it's grown on me. It's definitely grown on me.
I do think much as I love the British and much as they are the best team in this pool at the moment, I do think they might need to come up with a new song to sing. It's just very pervasive around the pool. Well,
maybe something that's encouraging more numbers in the bottom would be very beneficial for the GB girls.
Yeah, I heard the Canadians singing yesterday, just kick your legs. That's their song.
Look, some great advice from the Canadians. You really are Canadians, as a certain someone would say. Not me, Romy Cappell. But
I remember an Australian coach a few years ago, it might have been Stino, instructing the boys to use their sticks.
Look, again, fantastic. Really wise words from Stino. It's better than your hands or your heads. So he really...
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Use your sticks.
You do. I mean, there's other things you can use, but like...
Well, Jess and Maggie know quite well they can use their heads.
Yeah. I think Jess and Maggie still haven't gotten Stino's top tips down, but hopefully by the end of this comp they can get the infamous use your sticks.
Nice pass there by the Australians. Sweet curl. And again, we're seeing this sweet curl passing to the centre.
Lots of sweet curls from these girls. So
yeah,
really sweet to
curl
see.
Candy.
Curl candy. We've got curl candy. We've got fin candy.
Haven't seen any stick candy just yet.
No.
And
no bling this comp.
Sad lack of refs calls of chopping the vegetables or stroking the unicorns here in this court.
Now, that looks like a goal to me, but the GB girls might have cleared it out.
Now, we've had a goal called for number 7 there for the Australians.
Lilibad McGovern. So I believe this is her second goal.
It's her first goal of this game, and very impressive from that young girl with an injured hand. I'm not too sure how she's playing with that.
No, so she does have my hands thing. Brace. Why do I always forget that word? Hand brace. She has my hand brace, but her hand's really bunged up good. So
and that will take us to full time. The British very impressive, keeping the score below 10. Australian dominating that game with a 9-0 defeat of the British. They will move through.
It's a very possessive game, this one, for the Australians, which is unfortunate for the GB girls, but they played very, very well, and are definitely going to come back fiery as ever for their next game against...
Now, Elise, I think we've got a few minutes. Would you like to run out? And I'm really keen to see if we can get Becky.
I really hope
tell
we
us
can
about
get
that
Becky.
game.
She had a very interesting game, didn't she? Number 10, Becky Northover.
Everywhere you looked, you just saw number 10 getting a hand in there to smack the puck around.
It was just all north over the place, wasn't it?
Yeah, north everywhere.
Yeah, so hopefully we can grab number 10 Becky and probably see how number 12 Maggie Biffin and number 8 Jess Cowan go, because no kickouts from them.
Imagine they're feeling
against
a
all
bit,
the odds.
sore at the end of this game.
Yeah, so
letting their team down there
you
by
can
not.
see the Australians cheering hooray, but really they're just down the dumps because no one got kicked out, and they have lost their streak unfortunately. So
Yeah, wonderful
pretty
sportsmanship
average
there as the
game.
teams shake hands.
yeah, lovely to see both teams giving their love and support to the other. So it's a very sportsmanlike comp, isn't it?
Yeah, and we'll see the British now finishing. They'll play the 7th seed in the tournament. We're yet to confirm who that will be. And the Australians moving on to play South Africa, I
South
believe.
Africa, yeah, which is interesting because last time they played the Saffers, they won. Oh no, it was 1-1. So interesting to see how that one pans out. I mean, I might just duck outside though, see if we can grab the infamous number 10 Becky Northover. But thank you for tuning in, all 5 of you. So it was probably more than that. I hope it was more than that. But anyway, we'll see you guys again, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Your support is really appreciated, not only by us, but by the girls in the pool. Very tough fought game by the British there, unfortunately going down to the Australians. It'll be great to see them play in their 6th-7th playoff either later today or tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to see the British clash again. They were very impressive this game, unfortunately coming undone in a number of places. Quite a young team though, I believe. And the Australians looking forward to playing the semi-finals. And hopefully those young women will look forward to winning a medal, and we'd be very excited to see our girls all dressed up in their neck candy. And I think we might just cut it there. We'll see if Elise can find Becky. I'd really love to see what that young woman has to say. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Hi. Twin sisters. Yep, come on up you get. So what's your name?
Rosie Winter.
Rosie Winter. Oh, and you must be...
Pearl Winter.
Nice. So how'd your game go? How do you guys feel? You went... Oh, wait, hold on. Got to move over here. How do you feel the game went?
I think it could have gone better, but we defended it well. We kept lots out, so...
You both should be very proud of how you played today, so well done. And so what's your game after this? You're playing Colombia?
We're not entirely sure, to be honest. So.
Well, best of luck for your next game. And you guys played very, very well, so you should definitely be proud of how you played. So what do you think was your downfall probably in the game?
Well, quite a few of us got sent out, including me. And obviously it's a bit of a pain when you want people down there to defend, but they're out sitting outside. Also, like, when we get up there, we just can't get it in the tin. We just need to keep it out of the corners.
Look, everything aside, you guys both played a fantastic game, and you should be very, very proud of how you went. So I'll let you guys go and cool down, but fantastic job, and best of luck for the rest of the competition. So well done, you played very, very well. Hi, how are you going? Good, good, good. So Katarina, yeah?
Yeah.
So nice to meet you. How'd you go in this game today? How do you guys feel you went?
Yeah, really well. Like, we've picked up our game a lot. Like, we were kind of falling apart a little, but we picked it right back up. Yeah.
And also, amazing to see neither Maggie Biffin nor Jess Cowan in the sin bin today. How do you think the team's going to react to that?
It's good. Bad about Jess. Like, she had a streak going. Like, she got sin bin every game, but yeah, still good though. Yeah.
So it is almost that time of competition. How are you guys feeling after party wise? Ready for the after party?
Yeah, pretty keen. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Also excited for your game this afternoon against South Africa?
South Africa. Oh, I thought it was tomorrow.
No, it's today. It's tonight.
Bit nervous, but like looking forward to it. Yeah.
And well, best of luck for the rest of the competition and for your game against South Africa. And I hope to see you around the pool. Bye. All right. See ya.